Hello friends, and welcome to today's video.
Hello, and welcome to today's video. Today I kind of wanted to do something more relaxed. I've just been kind of vibing. I haven't been going like crazy with like art. Mostly, well, my college is starting to ramp up, and then also just general life stuff that's been absolutely, completely, and utterly shitty. To not sugarcoat at all. I haven't been really drawing that much, but a couple days before October, a friend of mine was like, "Hey, what tober are you gonna do? You always do a tober." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I do usually do a tober. What tober should I do?" And then he was like, "It was pretty funny when you did Goretober and Cringetober." And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't. That's a lot for me this year." And so I picked one, and I picked Cringetober because the prompts kind of tickled me more, I guess, is the right word I should use. Maybe it's not. And for this video, I'm going over the first 10 I did. So I'm gonna read out the first 10 prompts. Feel free to follow this and try to catch up. They're not too terribly hard. Most of these were not the most high effort caliber things from me. It's just for me to have a nice time. So 1 is overpowered, 2 is weird colors, 3 is chibi art, 4 is persona, 5 is favorite cliche, 6 is musical, 6 is anime, 8 is core aesthetic, 9 is indie game, and 10 is unnecessarily complex. I'm gonna just go through them just by like talking about them one by one and what I have to say, and then if it syncs up with this speed paint, yippee. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna like cry myself to sleep, because a lot of these don't have too terribly much thought into them. So for the first one, I actually drew the first 2 without thinking about it and thinking about like I guess a theme, and then I was like, oh, I should put them into this like Windows Paint thing, and then I was like, oh, I hate the way I edited that in there. I'm just gonna make another one. And then this is me doing kind of like, it's not like, I wouldn't consider it real pixel art because I'm not using like a sprite and I'm not using like the laws of pixel art really. I'm just kind of using 2D art, my knowledge of like 2D shading and just pixels and bam! But for the first one, I just did my Nyan cat girl being overpowered because that's the Cringetober, and that wasn't a genuine OC I made in 2016, about 10 years too late. Or 6 years late. I was 6 years late on that train. For the next one, it was unusual colors. And I had the idea from that one Miku song where it's like, the one where it's like, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna torture you guys. Anyway, I thought it would be really cool to do something like that with unusual colors to make it look trippy. And so I picked blue, orange, and like this pinky purple color and some red. And I was trying to balance them to make them, they still look unusual and alien, but I was trying to make them not look ugly. But I do like the perspective and the way the colors are. It almost looks like you're in like a horrible nightmare where this anime girl is like eyeballing you down a peephole, which is essentially what the music video is, but I like the way it turned out the second time around. The first time around, it looked a little strange. For day 3, which is just chibi art, that's the one I was missing in my head. I drew the redesigned versions of Neep and who I lovingly call Headphone Girl because I don't remember the name I gave this character way back in when. They're also old OCs, because I'm trying to like unlock my inner Cringetober. My inner Cringetober, and so this was the first. So these 2 pop up, I think, one more time, and they'll probably pop up again. But they're really cute. I really like Neep's new design. She looks more like one of the, like, I think they're called Gleep Glorp aliens, and I actually really enjoy that, like, a lot. And I think it's fun. She looks more like the traditional alien. I'm also gonna try to make more of a story with Neep, but we'll get there when we get there. And the next one was Persona. So I just drew Dragon. instead of dragon doll, humanoid. And that's about the like extent of that, other than I didn't feel like doing eyeballs, and so you got kooky glasses instead. And then I gave myself little pigtails for yippies. After that one, again, this is Neep and Headphone Girl. Again, she'll get a name. I'm still thinking on it. I don't know yet. But it was favorite cliche, which I really like. Romances that are tall and short, and for these guys' original canon, they were dating. I don't know if they're still dating, but that was the idea with them. Was the dynamic I like. I also really like when one character is really thin and then the other one's more like meaty. I think it's cute as shit. There's not really an explanation there other than I think it's cute. Okay, for let me see. But yeah, after that, after I did that, for a lot of these, I kind of just Gauge and blurred the background, and then I realized it kind of looked bad halfway through, so you'll see I actually try after this next one, which is, it was just musical, but I didn't go through a musical phase, but you know what I am going through right now? A Vocaloid phase. Actually, no, it's not a phase, it's a lifestyle. My Vocaloid lifestyle. So, Hatsune Miku x Hamilton, and this is what was born. I'm very proud of myself. I was chuckling the entire time. I made sure the Hatsune Miku was in Hatsune Miku colors, and I think the pixel art gold actually worked out a lot better than I initially thought it would. But that's for you guys really to decide. And I like the silhouette. I think it translated to pixels very well. The next one is anime, and yes, I know Yuri isn't an anime character, but I couldn't think of a good anime character that I really, really wanted to draw. And then I was like, let me just stretch the rules a little bit and go into art style. And I was like, Yuri's in an anime art style. I'll draw Yuri. And I've memorized how to draw Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club, basically off the back of I couldn't draw that character with my eyes closed because of how much I drew those characters in like middle school and high school. I can probably draw all of them from memory, and for at least most of them to be 90% right, except for which side Natsuki's part is on, because no one can memorize that. But yeah, no, so I drew Yuri being cute because she is cute and she's purple and we love those things together. As you can see right here, I'm gonna interject one thing here, which is, if you like this video and you like this art, this isn't my usual art style. I usually do a lot more like painterly stuff. I thought the pixels would go well with old internet, so I was like, oh. But if you like this art and you just like me, hear me yap, and you like the content, like and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, comment. And if, sorry, I'm gonna just one more showing and then we'll be done, I promise. I set up a monthly thing on my Ko-fi, along with a lot more things you can buy from. I think I have one digital print you can buy, like the HD or like the maximum amount of what the resolution is without it being like messed up, on Ko-fi. I think I put it on there for my alien Miku that I uploaded to Blue Sky. So yay! If you want to go do that, I also have my commissions open. Okay, now on to the rest of it. I'm sorry. If I don't say it now, it'll never be said, and then I'll be like, damn it, I recorded that and I didn't chill. That's a requirement of being a YouTuber. For the next one, it was a core aesthetic. So I just did like a mix of dream core and like kind of weird core, and I tried to like make the background look far away by like making it like lighter and more like the color of the sky, and making it look just kind of like, or no, it was cottage core and dream core because of the vines. I'm stupid. Don't listen. I mean, listen to me, but don't listen to me. But that's what I did. Again, this one, I liked it because I like the way it looks. This wasn't like the hardest thing in the world either, so I don't have much to say other than I really just like the way it looks. It's very simple, but it gets what I wanted to get across, and that's all it needed to do. For the next one, this is probably one of my favorites so far. So it's indie game, and I picked, after some vicious googling to not do Doki Doki Literature Club again, I've realized that the, Untitled Goose Game, I kind of forgot it existed, and I'm happy I remembered. So this is the goose from Untitled Goose Game with a knife. Because that gave me joy today, because I did 2 prompts in one day technically, and I'll take, and that is the one, that I picked, because look at the goose. My family has a horrible reputation with birds, but I love, like, geese. I think they're so rude, but they're so funny looking, and you look into their eyes and they want your death. But their eyes are so stupid, it's almost, you almost want it for yourself too, because you look in those little dumb beady eyes. It's great. Okay. They're like ferret eyes. And that makes no sense. Anyway, I liked this one. The next one was Unnecessarily Complicated. I've been toying around with giving myself extensions and a haircut at the same time. We'll see how far this one goes. Which is what I did, and I also made my top more complicated. And as you can see, this is the longest speed paint, because I actually made a whole new ref just for this one drawing, and then all the complicated parts are on the legs, and I didn't feel like drawing legs. But I'm counting it because I did technically do the prompt. That's just, the prompt it didn't turn into the end product, but I did do something unnecessarily complicated. So yeah. I also didn't shade this because I kind of just was like, I ran out of time, and it's almost 3 a.m. as of me recording, and I was like, I'm just gonna stop now, and I'm gonna go to sleep. Because I have things to do tomorrow. Like most people, lots of homework. I hate. If you don't take pre-cal, don't take pre-cal. I mean, it's not like the worst. And if you like geometry, you'll like the first part of pre-cal, or the like middle part of the first part of pre-cal. But I still don't recommend that at all to anyone who hates math. If I didn't want to do the job I want to do, I wouldn't be there, because God, it caught you, little fucker. Sorry, that was a bug, a little fly. No flies in here. Oh yeah, I wouldn't do it for my sanity. But I digress. That's completely off topic. I thought the new this like beta maybe version. I really like the Ramona Flowers haircut, and I was like, what if I just accentuated it to high hell, and then I made my little wings more like how I imagined my dragon form to be, is more primarily fluffy with like white scales like sporadically on like imagine Tariko from The Last Guardian with the anatomy of a ferret and purple, and that is what I imagine my dragon form would look like. So I added in the fluffy wings with these like with the pale purpley claws, and a blue tongue, because I think my model doesn't show it because I made this decision very, very long ago. Or not long ago, not opposite of long ago, very recently. I am so sorry. And I decided, I was like, hey, why not I just do this? It looks cool, and it matches the rest of my color palette a lot more because it's cooler. And I don't have blood vessels, so it's like, why do I need to have a pink tongue when I could have a blue tongue or a purple tongue? That sounds fun. And so that's how that happened. But yeah, that's really all I have to say for this. Other than I had a fun time. I'm gonna try to upload all of these to Blue Sky, and after that, I'm gonna just upload them in little batches to Blue Sky to just be more active and be like, hey, because I try, but I only really draw now once a week, and it's for videos, and I'm not gonna upload for a video early, because I feel like that's like spoilers, and then no one's gonna click on my video because I already saw the end result on Blue Sky. I know that's probably stupid, but that's just my logic. So I want to wait. Or not wait, but I would rather do that. And I am trying to to draw more. It's just hard right now, but it'll be okay later. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember the shilling from earlier. I don't think I need to do any more tap dance for you. I just really appreciate you guys, and thank you for hearing my ramblings about Cringetober, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye!